Howdy, fellow movie fans, and welcome to this game show iteration from the Wisco Movie Watchers themselves, Evan and Dylan Davies. So, in our monthly game shows, we've been doing a heck of a lot of stuff, and although one has been recorded prior to this, it's going to be kind of a specialty episode for down the road due to some various circumstances. But we are returning to a new format, which is hilarious to say, where we're doing a movie budget game show, where both Dylan and I have to cast or create movies based off of budget, which you guys have seen this. So, Dylan, how many movies do I have to do?
I have 2 movies you're going to build.
Which is going to be interesting, and I have 2 for you, and we each picked different sizes to do. So there will be different dollar amounts for every one. So that's going to be a heck of a lot of fun. Since you've already gone through this exercise, do you want to go first with the picks, or do you want to go first with your presentation?
You build mine first.
Okay. So
one of them, at least.
So here's going to be the rules. We are given...
Now, I also have one question for you before we begin.
Yes.
Do you want the conventional choice or the non-conventional choice of what you're going to build first?
Let's go conventional and then surprise me.
Okay.
So, in this, the rules are very simple. There is a dollar amount listed 5 to 1 of categories. So, let's say lead actor is your first category. Your best option for that is $5, and it goes down in quality every time. But the dollar amount you're given does not allow you to pick the best option given, probably, or the $5 option the whole time. If at any time someone goes over budget, they automatically get the cheapest choice for the next categories that are remaining. And it's always going to be listed 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, except in the case of the last category. Then we build kind of up, just to kind of build some suspense on what we're doing. Other than that, I think we are ready to rumble.
So,
shoot at me, Dylan.
You have 6 categories. How much points are you allowed?
Oh, so this one is the 6? You've been doing $20 on those, and I think that's a really good number for that. So yeah. I will take, it's $20 for 6 categories.
Okay. So what you're trying to build is the most Oscar bait movie possible.
All right, I'm making Oscar bait. No problem.
So your only goal is to win Oscars.
No problem.
Okay. So here are your categories: director, lead actor, lead actress, a supporting actor or actress.
Okay.
Your score composer.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
And your genre.
Ooh, okay.
Which one would you like to do first?
Oh, so you're giving me the choice. You're kinder than I am.
Because it's all up to you about, like, what do you think is most Oscar baity?
I'm gonna say, give me the lead. I want the leads first, because I've seen a lot of directors that I don't really love their work win.
Okay.
But very rarely do they have leads that aren't extremely talented.
Okay. We'll go actress first.
Okay.
Your lead actress, $5, Meryl Streep.
Yeah.
$4, Emma Stone.
Ooh, okay.
$3, Natalie Portman. $2, Rachel McAdams. $1, Vera Farmiga.
Ooh. See, the thing is, you gave me someone I absolutely love at the number 1 at the dollar slot. However,
this is all in terms of, like, Meryl Streep, multiple Oscar wins.
Right.
Emma Stone, multiple Oscar wins.
Yes.
Natalie Portman has won one. Rachel McAdams has been nominated, never won. Vera Farmiga has never been nominated.
Which I think up in the air she should have been nominated for. But I can't remember that year, so I can't say.
I could be wrong about that, but I'm fairly certain she's not.
Well, she's too busy doing Conjuring movies most of the time now. So,
exactly.
That's the thing. So I'm going to go. I'm already being told in our chat that I should save all of my money to make sure I get a heavy drama in the genre.
Okay, so Vera Farmiga was nominated for Up in the Air.
Worthwhile. I love Up in the Air.
Did not win.
If I'm trying to win an Oscar, as much as I want to go cheap here, I got to spend some money, but I'm not going to go with Streep. I'm going to go Emma Stone.
I thought you would do that.
Emma Stone, I think, is a really good choice on that one. So I'm down to $16 already.
Okay. Lead actor,
Okay.
$5. Daniel Day-Lewis.
Oh, damn it.
$4. Leo.
Okay.
$3. Denzel.
Ooh, not bad.
It's modern Denzel though.
That's fine.
Okay.
I can work with Fences Denzel. That's not a problem.
$2. Gary Oldman. $1. Bryan Cranston.
That's a really good choice. Those are really good choices. $2 for Gary Oldman?
Yep.
Oh, I'm taking Gary Oldman for $2.
Okay.
The thing is this.
My reasoning
Obviously,
for putting him at $2 was that he's mostly known as a like co-supporting. He
right.
doesn't star in that much stuff.
Right. Well, this is going to be led by Emma Stone. So let's make that
Okay. All
clear.
right. Do you want to do supporting actor, director, score, or
I
genre?
think now the most important thing would be the director at this point. So I'll take the
Okay.
director.
$5. Spielberg.
Okay, that's obvious.
$4. Nolan. $3. Ang Lee. $2. Ron Howard. $1. Mel Gibson.
Can't really go wrong outside of obvious bad press with the $1 option. I think you're tanking your campaign if you take the $1 option here. So
I mean, Hacksaw Ridge was nominated for Best Picture,
yeah, but
and that
outside
was
of
2016.
I know, but outside of that, he's been like forgotten for the last
Yeah.
20 years for good reason. So, oh, by the way, someone in the comments knows that you're a Man U fan isn't insulting you for that, just so you know.
Is insulting me?
Yeah, but they're a Chelsea fan. They're
Hey,
from the UK.
oh fuck Chelsea, they suck. That's not even fair. They're like equal on points right now, and they both had their managers fired recently.
That's fair. At least you qualified that. You're just not a Chelsea fan. Okay, that's fine. I just
No,
love.
there's a lot of Chelsea players I like.
Okay. So I need a director. I had Spielberg as a 5. Nolan's my 4. Obviously, you know I'd love to take Nolan, especially with a Gary Oldman pairing, but it
This
doesn't
is
leave me
where
a
I
lot.
was thinking the stars kind of need to fit director.
Yeah, that's the thing is I'm really tempted for Ang Lee, but Ang Lee I don't think fits these two that I got.
Not really.
So oddly by fit for both money and fit, I'm gonna take Ron Howard for $2.
I thought you would avoid that one like the plague.
No, I really the thing is I think Ron Howard's wildly underrated as a director. He always makes really solid good stuff. He made Solo a passable movie, man.
Eh, he used to make solid good stuff in my mind.
But I just think I mean, yeah, is he one of those directors that's trailed off a bit? Sure. But
Early Ron Howard's great.
Ron Howard is an incredibly capable director. I don't really love a lot of Ang Lee stuff either. The only two that I'm guaranteeing I like, well, actually, that's a lie. The vast majority of the stuff I've seen Mel Gibson direct, I like. But I'm not going to work with Mel Gibson. I'm not going to, if my goal is to win an
Fair.
Oscar, I'm not tanking my campaign immediately by giving myself an anchor around my neck. So, but
Okay, which category you want to do next?
because I'm also thinking here, this is shaping into being like a cross generational. They come to love and care for one another as like a family friend kind of thing. This is not like a romance between Gary. I'm using current day Emma Stone and Gary Oldman in this,
Yep.
so that is why I'm thinking, that's where I'm going with that. So that's why I have Ron Howard. I think is really good at that kind of stuff. So that's why I went $2 for him. So let's take the genre next.
Okay. $5 drama.
Okay.
$4 fantasy.
Okay.
$3 sci-fi. $2 action. $1 horror.
Woof. Okay. So $1.
I intentionally left left out quite a bit of genre.
Yeah, I was really hoping there'd be a dramedy in there. This is tailor made for a dramedy. Um,
Yes.
so hold on. So I've got horror as my one, action as my two,
Sci-fi,
sci-fi was three,
fantasy,
fantasy was four.
drama.
Oh God, I don't want to spend $5 on a drama, but I think I have to.
That's the that's how it goes sometimes.
Yeah, give me the $5 for the drama. I never would normally pick drama for that. I usually give you some nuance where you can make it a drama. I don't just say straight drama, but
Yeah. I was gonna put dramedy as the $4,
I would
but
have I would have snapped that up in a heartbeat and just taken it.
no, I'm not gonna give them the choice of a drama or a dramedy. Um, okay. Supporting actor, actress, or score next.
Give me the score. I think the score is more important than the supporter now.
Okay. $5, John Williams.
Okay.
4, Alexander Desplat.
Okay.
$3, Howard Shore. $2, Trent Reznor and Atticus Ross.
That's not a bad pairing.
$1, Bill Conti.
I'm gonna go the $3 option on Howard Shore. I think Howard Shore
Okay.
is meant for this. I Alexander Desplat would be my second choice. I love John Williams. Obviously, John Williams is the greatest of all time. Acknowledge your tribal chief. But
My thinking with Reznor being $2 was like they have a very specific
and I don't think that
style.
works with a Ron Howard movie.
No, not
I need
really.
someone who works with a Ron Howard movie, and I think Howard Shore can still do that. Obviously, they incredible. Some of my favorite music of all time is created by Howard Shore, especially for Lord of the Rings. But I think he just can do a straight drama as well. So I'm gonna go Howard Shore for $3, which does allow me, except for the $5 option, I can have my choice of supporter. So that's gonna
Okay,
be good. What
so
did I miss out on first?
you missed out on Kate Winslet.
Ooh, that's a toughie. Okay, okay.
And my thinking on supporting, I was gonna say, like, the cap is, like, it can only be in about 30% of the movie tops.
Okay, that's fine.
Um,
Like Carrie Fisher in When Harry Met Sally. We're looking at like that level of
yeah,
cameo.
yeah.
Okay.
Okay, so $4, Cillian Murphy.
Okay.
$3, Joseph Gordon-Levitt. $2, Marion Cotillard. $1, Haley Steinfeld.
I know it's recency bias, but I actually really love Haley Steinfeld.
It is very recent, yes.
I
I mean,
didn't.
technically, she was nominated very young with True Grit,
Right.
but
Well, she kind of started doing more like teen fare and then has circled
yeah,
back into doing drama. So,
yes.
or modern adult film.
So you're
Adult
allowed up,
adult film not being obviously what I just said. Not the
yeah.
fluff part.
So you can have anyone except Kate Winslet here.
So, what were my four and my three? Three was JGL, right?
Yep.
Okay.
Cillian Murphy.
I don't see Cillian Murphy working in this. So here's what I'm thinking. I'm gonna go. My supporting actor is going to be. I'm gonna use $3 on Joseph Gordon-Levitt.
Okay.
So here's what I'm thinking this film's gonna end up being. That we have Emma Stone in a very vulnerable place where she's kind of been mistreated by some douchebag, and Gary Oldman is like the wise old coot that's around in the neighborhood that she starts forming like a fatherly relationship with, and she can't find the stability, to really go for the
Okay.
nice guy. And she finally takes the chance to get the nice guy with Joseph Gordon-Levitt because she finally has that wonderful encouragement she needs from Gary Oldman. That's the story I'm kind of thinking here.
If
So,
I were you, this is what I would have done. I would have spent $10 on Daniel Day Lewis and Meryl Streep. And then everything else, I wouldn't care because I'd be like, the Academy's gonna jizz their pants over that no matter what. Like, you
yeah,
could have anyone else surrounding them.
yeah. The funny part is if you would have put those two with Mel Gibson to save money, because the Academy would have been like,
Ooh, we're torn here.
we're
Yeah.
torn here. So at least it's a competitive race. But then those two working with Mel Gibson, like, the work's going to be insane if those two are being directed by Mel Gibson. It's just, do those two want to work with Mel Gibson?
Yeah.
But I have $1 left. So I can.
You can spend it on a Bill Conti theme song, maybe. The
Yeah.
Fly Now.
Yeah, I could do that. Or I'm thinking, I'm gonna put that in. That's gonna be greasing the wheels in our Oscar campaign. We're saving on that
Okay,
budget so we
okay.
can grease the wheels.
That's smart. Gonna
So
send Emma Stone to some luncheons.
yeah, we're a lot of Joseph Gordon-Levitt charming out there. A lot
Yeah.
of Emma Stone charming. That's what we're gonna do. Ron Howard, but we're gonna get Ron Howard a little bit of some facial reconstruction, look a little bit more like Opie back in the day, so he's got some sympathy to him. Just
That'll be the dystopia when you can do real life digital de-aging. That's a scary thought.
so ironically enough, so we're getting a couple questions here, which ironically go that when we brought Nolan up, we're saying Interstellar is Nolan's worst movie. I can't agree with that.
No. Tenet.
Tenet would be up there. I haven't watched Memento or Insomnia.
I don't love Memento as much as most people, but most people really like it.
So I can understand Tenet
That's another film bro movie.
is
Memento.
Memento, but that's like an educated film bro. Like you have to be educated to know what Memento is. But yes, it
It's a
still could be
hipster
brilliant.
choice.
It's a
Yeah.
hipster choice. Another one we got. Remember, Gary Oldman was Dracula in possibly doing a fantasy film, which
Yes.
I
There's a great
trust me
clip on YouTube of Gary Oldman just freaking out on the set of Dracula. I
because
highly recommend it.
because also in the comment section, I'm just letting everyone know that Dracula film is in my top 100. I fucking love that movie. So trust me, I did not forget about that.
Great looking movie.
Great looking movie, and I think Gary Oldman is legitimately great in that. Everybody, and I think Anthony Hopkins is really good. Everyone else,
The downfall is Winona Ryder and Keanu,
give or take,
which
yeah.
is funny because they're extremely likable.
Another one in the comments: have we watched Last Samurai? Last Samurai is fucking great. Love it. I love the Last Samurai. I don't know how you feel about that one.
Underrated.
Yeah, I think it's
Underrated.
underrated. And then he
That's
brought
another
up,
movie that, considering it's Tom Cruise, is like completely forgotten.
yeah, it just came out at that time where he was starting 2003. It was
Yeah.
the beginning of the Scientology really taking over his life kind of thing
Yeah.
from an
And
outward
Watanabe's
perspective.
fantastic in that movie.
Oh, everybody's good in that fucking movie. It's great. And then then he brought up Tenet again.
Hey,
He's like, "Oh, I forgot Tenet."
going back to our last episode, I think Peter Weir directed Last Samurai.
Did he?
I think.
That'd be weird. Not bad,
Oh
but awesome.
no, definitely not. That's the same year as Master and
I was gonna say
Commander.
that's the same year as Master and Commander.
Oh, I know who directed it. It's I can't remember his name right now.
It's an interesting one nonetheless.
Let's see.
But then our commenter also comes back with,
Edward Zwick.
yeah, it is a Zwick movie, yeah. Because our commenter also comes back, The Prestige is his best Nolan movie in his opinion, and I can't agree, but I love The Prestige. I don't think, even with Oppenheimer out, Christopher Nolan's already done his best movie. It's called The Dark Knight. Go watch it. It's really great. if I had to,
Inception the most.
if I had to rank it now, I'd go Dark Knight, Oppenheimer, and Inception would be like a tie, because one's like a heavy drama and one is clearly like one of the most imaginative things you've ever seen. Then I'm gonna go down to, ooh, that's a question, because Interstellar's not in the top like 3, but Interstellar's awesome.
I think Prestige is better than Interstellar.
I would agree with that. It's a higher quality film. I think Dunkirk is great as well, and Batman Begins would be in that next tier. And then I'd go Interstellar, Tenet, and then the other ones I haven't seen. Obviously, the Odyssey is looking like it's going to be his. He's trying to make that his magnum opus, but
Yeah, we'll see.
who knows? All right, let's move on. Here is yours, and ironically enough, I gave you your category is Oscar period piece.
Ooh,
Get,
perfect.
getting ready for the Oscars. So I will be kind to you, and since you were to me, you have $20 and your 6 categories. And remember, I always give a wild card. It might change, it might not at the end. You have a lead actor, a lead actress, director, supporting actor, supporting actress, and your genre.
Okay.
What would you like to have first?
Lead actress.
Lead actress. Interesting enough. Okay. So for your lead actress, for $5, you can have Audrey Hepburn.
Okay.
For $4, you can have Hilary Swank. For $3, you can have Julia Roberts. For $2, you can have Pam Grier. Or for $1, you can have Jessica Chastain.
Okay. Pam Grier really only works if you're doing a 1970s period piece.
You're getting that, yes.
Jessica Chastain, she could fit really any period, but she fits most with, I would say, 1950s, The Help kind of
Yeah.
vibe. I was really hoping for a Keira Knightley here.
So
Um,
what I did was I took every category has someone dominant of the 60s, 70s, 90s, aughts, and 10s. I skipped the 80s specifically because I know I do so much 80s stuff with you. I was like, all right, I'll skip the 80s, but then I'll do those decades.
I'm gonna go. Fuck it. I'm $5. Gotta pick her.
You got to have Audrey Hepburn.
Not only is she one of my favorite actresses of all time, I think she fits most with a period piece.
All right, where do you want to go next? What's your category?
Give me director.
For $5, you can have Frank Capra. For $4, you can have William
I'm
Friedkin.
glad you said period piece because Frank Capra does not do period pieces. So I'm glad.
For $4, you can have William Friedkin. For $3, you can have Quentin Tarantino. For $2, you can have the Coen brothers. Or for $1, you can have Catherine Bigelow. So none of them are conventional period piece choices.
Definitely not. I'm gonna go Coen Brothers for 2.
Yeah, $2.
Yeah, I'm gonna do them just because in terms of like Friedkin, I definitely don't associate with period pieces
No.
at all. Frank Capra doesn't do period pieces either.
I
So I'm
think he would
glad.
if he did this movie because he would just go back to what he was doing back in the day.
True. Um, but like I'm glad Frank Capra. If it wasn't a period piece, I'd have a hard time not picking him.
Yeah, you do love Frank Capra's work a lot.
I think the Coen brothers is a good blend of comedy and drama,
Yeah.
where they can really do either.
The only reason I put them at the $2 mark is they kind of have they kind of do a certain movie and you're really
Oh,
locked
yes.
into that kind of movie, but also Tarantino does a certain kind of movie. So every one of those every one of those has a very specific kind of movie they make.
Yeah. I think in terms of conventional, the Coen brothers are more conventional than Tarantino is.
I
So
would 1,000% agree with that. Also, you're missing out because apparently our commenter Pride and Prejudice was filmed where they live. It's one of your
great.
favorite. It's one of your favorites.
Which parts?
I don't know, but we'll have
Some of
to.
it, I mean, some of it has like some of the most beautiful locales I've seen.
Yeah, from our commenters, you have no idea how much joy you just brought Dylan because he fucking loves Pride and Prejudice.
Fantastic movie.
All righty, where do you want to go next? You still have
Give me
genre.
genre.
You have actor and genre. There's probably two things. All right, for $5, you can have the classic sweeping epic.
Okay.
For $4, it's a war film. For
Okay.
$3, it's a romance. For $2,
Give me romance.
oh, you're just gonna not even care. You're just like romance is done
That's a bargain in my mind.
for just a romance. Yeah, I mean
Yeah.
for the period piece, yeah. It's the Pemberley House. He walks past it every single day.
No. Let me make sure that's the one I'm thinking of. I'm fairly certain I know which
You
one
have
that
no idea
is.
how happy you just made, Dylan. So I know this is not always the best recording style when we're taking comments during it, but yes, it is Dylan's.
Oh, yes. It is the one I was thinking of.
There you go.
That, yeah, I'm jealous of that. Getting to look at that every day.
Well, I mean, eventually we'll get you to look at it. It's fine. We're gonna get to the UK
Yeah, I wouldn't mind
eventually.
going to all those locations.
All right. What do you want for? You have $10 remaining, so half your budget's gone. You have 3 categories
And
left. You have a
it's
lead and 2
lead.
supports. Yeah.
Okay, give me supporting actor.
Are you saving your lead for last?
I don't know.
It's okay. Interesting. So representing the aughts, ironically enough, for $5 you can have Tom Hanks. For $4, representing the tens, you can have your boy Dev Patel. For $3, I like how you're getting frozen right now, but I see your face changing because of Dev Patel. That's hilarious. For $3, representing the 90s, you can have Tommy Lee Jones. For $2, from the 60s, you can have Lee Marvin. Or for $1 from the 70s, you can have Steve McQueen.
Okay.
Not
Give me
the
Tommy Lee.
Tommy Lee in a romance film. Interesting.
He's just a supporting actor, so he's probably going to play one of the parents.
I was gonna say, is he gonna be like the disapproving father of Audrey Hepburn?
Yeah, or some side character. He's not going to be. He's not a romance part.
No, not so much. All right, who do you want next?
Give me lead.
All right, you still got money, so that's a smart decision. Your lead actor for $5, you can have Robert Redford. For $4, you can have Sidney Poitier. For $3, you can have Jim Carrey. For $2, you can have Mahershala Ali, and for $1, you can have Tom Hardy.
My question is, who do I think Audrey Hepburn is going to be the most attracted to, and have the best chemistry with?
Correct.
I don't think Tom Hardy is that.
No, probably not.
He's a little bit too rough around the edges, I think. I'm spending big. I'm going Redford.
I was gonna say, I knew you were gonna cave and go to Redford for $5.
So I have $2 left, right?
You have $2 left. So your
Okay.
supporting actress. You could have had Meryl Streep for $5. For $4, you could have had Lupita Nyong'o. For $3, you could have had Sophia Loren. So your options: for $1, you can have Frances McDermott, and for
Okay.
$2, you can have Susan Sarandon.
I think in terms of period piece, Frances McDormand fits more.
I would assume you were going to do that.
And she's also, I mean, if we're going for Oscars, she's one of the best bets.
Yeah. I mean, she's one of the most talented actresses. She's one of the most talented actors, period, of gender ever.
Yes.
She's so
I would
goddamn
agree.
versatile. She's so good. The fact that she can go from like deep haunting stuff to like a Wes Anderson style comedy is insane.
Yes.
She's so good. All righty. Take me to your unconventional pick because I have the supersized one at the end.
Okay. Okay, so there's 5 categories here.
Okay. So how much money
Okay.
do you want me to have?
$19.
Oh, so I just have a $1 discount. Okay, that's fine.
Yeah. Okay, so you're making a Willy Wonka remake,
Oh God. Okay.
and the caveat is it has to make $500 million.
Oh God.
But what I wrote is, or an elephant sticks its trunk up your ass and plays you like a puppet.
What is this? What is this absurdity you are giving me, man?
And just for reference, the Timothy Chalamet Wonka movie made 634.
So it shouldn't be that hard. Got it.
Yes. So your categories are your Charlie,
Okay.
your Willy Wonka,
Okay.
your Grandpa Joe,
Okay.
your director, and then what color skin your Oompa Loompa has.
Oh my god. All right, I don't really care about the Oompa Loompas all that much. I think people will get it. It's the Oompa Loompas. What is the most crucial? And I think the most crucial pieces is A, your Willy Wonka is your number one. Your director is number two because that's who you have to have the most faith is just going to get you a good movie for replayability to get to the 500 million mark. Then you go Charlie, then you go Grandpa Joe, and then you'll worry about the color of the Oompa Loompas. The color of the Oompa Loompas feels very much like the note Mark Hamill talked about on Star Wars, where the studio brought back a note, why doesn't the Wookiee have pants? And it's like, of all the things you're worried about right now, why are you
Yeah.
worried that Chewie doesn't have pants?
My only thing thinking of Oompa Loompa color was there's some colors you just don't see in movies in terms of like alien skin or like different creature.
So you fucked me on this one, is what you're telling me.
No, not necessarily. I gave good references for each.
Okay. So give me, obviously, Willy Wonka's the number one important choice.
Okay. $5. Jim Carrey.
Okay.
$4. Michael Keaton. $3. Ryan Reynolds.
That's a really
$2. Mike Myers. $1. The Rock.
So really, I'm stuck with one of the top two because I like Ryan Reynolds, but Ryan
Yes.
Reynolds is not a Willy Wonka.
Yes.
He's too irreverent to be a Willy Wonka.
Yeah, I
So
went with like who has comedic chops, but also leans into some drama a little bit.
I have Jim Carrey as an option at $5 or Michael Keaton as $4.
And you can pick the era, whatever era.
I don't care what era it is. I'm taking Michael Keaton for $4
Okay.
because
I thought you'd do that.
I just think Jim Carrey in something that's going to lean fantastic and somewhat comedic has a tone that I don't know if it fits Willy Wonka. Does that make sense?
I think I'd be curious to see a Jim Carrey now do a Willy Wonka.
Yeah, that'd be an interesting part for him, especially if he's getting so much more selective, which is hilarious since he's playing Dr. Robotnik, but
Yeah. Okay, do you want Charlie, director, or Grandpa Joe next?
director is the most important one. Give me my director.
Okay. $5. Wes Anderson. $4. Spike Jones.
Okay.
$3. Mel Brooks. $2. Judd Apatow. $1. George Lucas.
Well, if you want to make some money, George Lucas is the choice.
If you want it devoid of comedy, George Lucas.
What are you talking about, man? Attack of the Clones is a genius comedy.
Yes. Comedic genius.
So, ironically enough, I thought it got better, not worse, as you said, dollar amounts. Because my favorite of them is Wes Anderson. But Wes Anderson does not make big movies. But I think he
No,
fits the tone of
exactly.
Willy Wonka really well. But do I
I
have
had
faith that it's going to
I had
happen?
originally I had Spike Jones as the $5 and Wes Anderson as the 4.
Yeah,
But then I was like, Wes Anderson's a more household name than Spike Jones.
right. But I also don't hate Mel Brooks at the 3.
Yeah.
Because do I have faith? The question is, what is the most faithful adaptation? Is that going to get me the money I need to avoid a severe punishment in this scenario?
Yeah. Unfortunately, it's been so long since I've read it that I'm like, I don't even know what tone the original
I'll take the
is.
$5. I'll go with Wes Anderson. I think he's going to be the
Okay.
best. Like
Okay.
he did a whole catalog of Roald Dahl stuff for Netflix. Like he clearly knows the shit. So
Yep. Hey, Charlie or Grandpa Joe?
Charlie is the obvious choice. Gotta have Charlie now.
Okay. So, have you seen The Impossible?
No, I have not.
Okay. I have the Impossible era Tom Holland.
Okay,
So he's young in that.
that's fine.
E.T. era Henry Thomas. Sorcerer's Stone era Daniel Radcliffe.
They all work.
A digitally de-aged Clint Howard, $2. $1, Jake Lloyd.
The best part about that is the fact that you still put Jake Lloyd underneath a de-aged Clint Howard.
That was on purpose.
That's so fucked. That is such a fucked up premise for you, dude.
I would love you to just be sandwiched into having to pick between Clint Howard or Jake Lloyd, but
no, I
you
was
played it
smart here.
smart.
I'm actually going to take Daniel Radcliffe for 3.
Okay.
I think both choices at the top are also great, but Daniel Radcliffe already has experience in the. Clearly, he does the being introduced to a fantastical world really well, but there's just such a warmth to him that I think Charlie needs. So I'm going to take Daniel Radcliffe, and I'm going to save
What
myself some money.
Yeah, what I went with was I went in terms of what I think they're capable of. Because Tom Holland in The Impossible is an amazing performance for how young he was. Like
Okay,
he carries that movie. It's amazing. Okay. Grandpa Joe,
all right, hit me up.
$5. Michael Caine,
Ooh,
$4. Christopher Lloyd,
don't hate that.
$3. John Cleese, $2. Al Pacino, $1. Finn Wolfhard in prosthetic makeup.
Interesting. Where did you get that idea?
I did that and Clint Howard
At the same
in
time,
tandem.
in
Yeah.
tandem. Okay, so Michael Caine was my 5.
Christopher Lloyd,
Christopher Lloyd was 4.
John Cleese.
I don't know if I want John Cleese anywhere near my picture because although he's so talented, he's going to make people miserable
I'd
nowadays.
agree with that statement.
Michael Caine is such a good grandpa idea, but it's a Wes Anderson movie. And I think Christopher Lloyd actually fits that tone a little bit more than Michael Caine. Because you got to do the kind of the bounding up and down grandpa. You can't just do the in bed. I'm going to take
Yes.
Christopher Lloyd for $4.
Eh. I also didn't know if nationality was going to play any part in your choices.
I wouldn't have cared.
Okay. So, what are your choices for Oompa Loompa? 2 or 1?
I can have up to 3. I saved $3.
Okay. So, $5 was the original orange.
Okay.
$4 was green. I went like in parentheses, I said Gamora.
Okay.
Blue is $3, like
Okay.
Mystique.
Yeah.
$2 purple, like Thanos.
Okay. It's not
One
awful.
dollar, $1 hot pink, and I couldn't find any reference to go with that.
That's very. I would have given you the Avatar character from Ready Player One. That's what I would have given you.
Ah, yes, yes, yes.
So I think it's gonna be purple or blue because I think pink is too intense on
Yeah.
all the time. Plus, I think that inherently gives it a emotional tone as opposed to blue and purple can be played for multiple emotions. Now, obviously, they're thought to be more downing, demure, but if I'm thinking color theory here, pink really says something in
Hmm.
one intense direction where the others don't. So, and I can't fade these colors at all, right?
No.
They're
The
specifically
reference,
that character.
yes, the reference is the color.
I am going to go the purple Thanos color over the Mystique blue because that's a really intense cerulean blue. So I will go purple.
Okay.
So my picture, and once again, I have $1 left over. My Willy Wonka is Michael Keaton. I'll take that. We'll review all these movies at the end, though, so it'll be fun. Alrighty. So this is the supersized one.
Real quick,
Yes.
do you think your movie is gonna make over 500 million?
I yeah, in today's market, yeah.
Okay.
Because I'm thinking Birdman, Founder era Michael Keaton. That's what I'm
Yeah.
thinking. And then
I was thinking Beetlejuice.
but the thing is, he always has that to him, right? But
Yeah, that's true.
he can always do physical comedy. The physical comedy isn't the. It's not like his physical comedy skills go away, right? Unless it's like you physically cannot perform anymore, and he still is such an intense physical thing. And I like the Willy Wonka's kind of a trickster character, and I really like Michael Keaton in that role because his eyes are
Hmm.
so intense. That's what brought him the Batman role, was the fact that he has this warmth and kindness, but his eyes have such this like torment behind them. And I really like Willy Wonka, the eccentric creator, with Keaton's warmth but his eccentric eyes. I think that's cool. So this one, you have 9 categories, but it's strictly to type because you are going to be doing a classic hero's journey tale. So you have the 8 archetypal characters and you have the genre to pick.
How much money?
Now, I am giving you, let's negotiate here, or let's come to it together. We're not going to have to negotiate for it because I'm not trying to screw you. I was thinking $33.
One sec. Let me get a calculator out. I'm doing 3.5 times how many categories?
9 categories.
$31.
That's what you're comfortable with, $31?
It was 31.5,
Because
so
I
either 31 or 32.
round up to the 32. I'm not trying to screw you on this one. I'm just trying to have some fun.
Okay,
So you have
32.
$32 to begin. And you are making the classic hero's journey. Your categories. You have to have a hero, a mentor, an ally, the herald, who's the one who kind of brings the course to go, the one that brings the world in challenge. Your trickster character, your shapeshifter, how you use it is up to you, but it's mostly the emotional switch character. It's not necessarily the shape shifting character, so to speak, and that they change forms. The guardian, who keeps you from certain obstacles or going back to the world that you knew. And then the shadow, which is obviously the villain. And then your genre is your wild card here. You tell me what you want to do first.
I missed one of them. Hero, mentor, ally, herald, trickster, guardian, shadow, genre.
If I heard you correctly, did you get shapeshifter?
That's the one I'm missing.
There you go.
Give me mentor first.
Okay. For $5, you can have Ian McKellen. For $4, Julie Andrews. For $3, James Earl Jones. For $2, you can have Viola Davis. And for $1, you can have Pat Morita from The Karate Kid. Or just Pat Morita in general.
Give me James Earl Jones.
James Earl Jones for $3 is a good choice. I didn't think you could go wrong in that category, honestly. Like Pat Morita, you got to work a bit, but I don't think you can really go wrong.
Okay, give me genre next.
Okay, so you've done 29. All right, your genre. For $5, you can do high fantasy. For $4, you can do the epic period piece, the big sweeping epic. For $3, it can be horror. For $2, you can have low fantasy, which if you don't know the difference, I will help out anybody. I shall just say it. And then for $1, you can have the Western. And the difference for people who don't know, high fantasy is like Lord of the Rings. Everything is world built by itself, all fantastical. Low fantasy, technically Harry Potter constitutes that, but it's more of slight changes in introductions of magic or
Mhm.
weird things to the world we know.
I would call Game of Thrones low fantasy.
It's technically high fantasy, but it's also low fantasy because it's very
Yeah,
grounded. It's a weird
there's
middle
very
ground.
there's no magic really.
Well, there is
So
magic, but it's different.
it's questionable
It's
magic, let's be
questionable.
honest.
Yeah, it's questionable.
I'll go low fantasy.
Low fantasy for $2. You're saving your money
Yeah,
on
because
this one.
really Game of Thrones is technically epic fantasy,
Right.
but I would say it's more low than it is high.
It's relatively grounded. All right, what would you like now?
Harold.
The Herald. I'm shocked you're not going for the hero right away because that's the basis of your entire movie. But
I know.
the Herald for
I'm
five
seeing where I can
dollars.
save money.
For $5, you can have Samuel L. Jackson. For $4, you can have Charlize Theron. For $3, you can have Max von Sydow. For $2, and rapidly changing your movie, you can have Clint Eastwood. And for $1, you can have Lawrence Fishburne.
Max von Sydow.
$3. I knew you were going to take Sydow. I fucking knew it.
I would have picked him if he was $5.
I know you. I almost had him. To force a choice, I almost had him in the same category as Mentor with Ian McKellen, but I was like, it's a little too
Yeah.
on the nose with the both of them. All righty.
Give me Trickster.
Trickster is a very worthwhile one. So, for $5, your Trickster could be Tilda Swinton. For $4, you can have Peter Dinklage. For $3, you can have Barry Kagan, which I believe is how you pronounce his name. For $2, you can have Tom Hiddleston. And for $1, you can have Hunter Schafer. Who do you know who Hunter Schafer is?
From Euphoria.
Yeah.
Give me Tom Hiddleston.
For $2.
I'll stick him right in with Loki-ish.
That's why it was $2. I'm like, you know what you're getting. You're getting Loki, essentially.
Yeah.
Because remember, your trickster is trying to help you, and it usually goes wrong. Your trickster is not inherently like just trying to fuck you.
Give me Hero Now.
Okay. For $5, you can have Michael B. Jordan. For $4, you can have Anya Taylor Joy. For $3, you can have Sadie Sink. For $2, you can have John Boyega. Or for $1, you can have your favorite actor of all time, Cole Sprouse.
Give me John Boyega.
Wow, interesting.
And my reasoning for that is I'm going to let him stick with his natural accent.
Okay.
I think that differentiates it enough.
Okay. Interesting. I definitely thought you were going to take a 4 or 5 option there. That's where I would have spent my money. Is the 4 and
I
5.
almost went on you, Taylor Joy.
I would have picked Michael B. Jordan, but my second, it was very close. It would have been based on money. All righty. Who do you want next?
Shadow.
All right. For the Shadow, for $5. Ray Fiennes.
Yep. Give me that.
Hold on. Because this is a good category. For $4, you can have Alan Rickman. For $3, you can have Gary Oldman. For $2, you can have Christopher Lee. And for $1, you can have James Spader.
Great finds.
Okay. I thought I might get you with Rickman. I saw at least your face changed a little bit.
Yeah. I just think Ray Fiennes is actually more versatile than Alan Rickman is.
Well, that's without question. It's not even a question. I love Alan Rickman, but Alan Rickman does Alan Rickman.
Yeah.
All right. What would you like next? You have Ally, Shapeshifter, and Guardian, and you can go full spending mode if you want to. You saved a lot of money.
Yeah. Give me Guardian.
So you're Guardian. For $5, you can have Morgan Freeman. For $4, you can have Michael Caine. For $3, you can have Zoe Saldana. For $2, you can have Joaquin Phoenix. And for $1, you can have John Rhys Davies. So all have a very different tone and how you're going to approach the challenge that they're blocking you from.
Who's 4?
Michael Caine.
was 3?
Zoe Saldana.
Give me Zoe Saldana.
Oh, interesting. Interesting. So you have $14. So you're in really good shape. Apparently I gave you too much money, but that's fine. Well, you also intentionally took different choices than I thought you would have. You want the ally or you want the shapeshifter?
Ally.
For $5, your ally can be Ryan Gosling. For $4, ooh, I fucked up on that one and did not put the right name there on that one. For $4, you can have Sean Astin, the ally of allies. For $3, you can have Anthony Martinez. For $2, you can have Jenna Ortega. And for $1, you can have Ty Sheridan. All of them switch the tone of the movie a little bit, but
Who was 5?
Ryan Gosling. Remember your
Be Sean
ally.
Astin.
Sean Astin for $4 is a good choice. I mean, he is the ally. It's Samwise Gamgee, the heart and soul of the Fellowship.
Yeah. He fits in better, I think.
I thought you might take Gosling as kind of like the Han Solo-esque ally, like Luke Skywalker has. Han Solo is clearly the
Yeah,
ally.
Gosling changes it too much.
But you don't want a pairing of John Boyega and Ryan Gosling.
I mean, it would be fun, that's for sure.
Alrighty, and your final category is the shapeshifter, and they can be a love interest, they can be a true shapeshifter, really changing your way. They usually do something at a pivotal moment that is heart wrenching in some way, shape, or form. But whether they are truly an ally or an enemy is up to the creator. And you have all the money in the world to do whatever you want. So for $5, you can have Florence Pugh as your shapeshifter. For $4 and the clear temptation, you can have Sean Bean as your shapeshifter. For $3, you can have Daniel Kaluuya. For $2, you can have Phoebe Waller-Bridge. And for $1, you can have Ansel Elgort. And again, I think all of them change what that shapeshifter role really is.
Florence Pugh. What was 4?
Sean Bean. It was clearly the temptation.
Yeah, give me Sean Bean.
I knew you were going to do it. The crazy part is if you wanted to, you could hire someone else because you still have $6 left.
Yeah, throw me in John Rhys Davies.
As a guardian, or do you want to put him as an ally? What do you want John Rhys Davies for?
Ally.
Okay, so you still have $5 left, so pick someone else as well. You can have more allies. You can put them wherever you want. It doesn't matter. You have $5 left.
Who was my villain?
You had
It
Ray
was.
Fiennes for $5, but you can
Oh,
have
yes, yes,
secondary
yes.
villains. You can all have all kinds of stuff. Slow fantasy movie. You're gonna have
Give me Florence Pugh.
so you're gonna have a second shape shifting character possibly, but you can actually I shouldn't say that because you can put her wherever you want. So, what are you gonna put Florence Pugh as?
I think she'll stay shapeshifter,
All right,
where her loyalty's not quite uh set in stone.
interesting. Okay, very interesting. So let's recap here. I'll go through. We'll do it in order of how we did it. So I had to make an Oscar bait film where I had to win as many Oscars as possible. I had $20 for 6 categories, so I went Emma Stone as my lead actress, Gary Oldman is my lead actor, my director is Ron Howard. I have a straight drama, which cost me a bit of money. My score is going to be done by Howard Shore, and my supporting actor was Joseph Gordon-Levitt, and I still had $1 left on my budget.
Well, in that sense, you could either throw Haley Steinfeld or Vera Farmiga in there if you want.
Ooh.
If you're using leftover money.
I do have leftover money. You know what? let's have Haley Steinfeld be Emma Stone's best friend. Yeah,
Okay.
little sister and best friend. Let's do that.
Okay.
Hi, Lupin. Hi, buddy. Alrighty. So, what was your first film creation today?
You're gonna have to do it.
Okay. So,
I only kept track of points.
all right, that's fair. So, Dylan had to create an Oscar period piece. He had $20 for 6 categories. So, for his lead actor, he went with Robert Redford. For his lead actress, he went with Audrey Hepburn, and that's where he spent half his money was those two leads, which I think is a smart spend. He went $2 for the Coen brothers to direct his film, and his supporting actors are Tommy Lee Jones and Frances McDormand, and it is a romance film.
And I think it's gonna be set 1920s or 1930s.
Oh, 1920s, like it. And then I had to build a second one, which was Dylan's Off the Wall. I had to make a remake of Willy Wonka, and it had to make $500 million, or I was assaulted by an elephant. So
Well, you were turned into a puppet.
I was turned into a puppet and then assaulted by an elephant, which is fucking ridiculous, by the way. So my Willy Wonka I've spent for Michael Keaton, and it's going to be directed by Wes Anderson. My Charlie is going to be played by Daniel Radcliffe. Grandpa Joe is being played by Christopher Lloyd. And my Oompa Loompas have to be the color purple, but specifically Thanos purple.
Yes. Did you have any leftover money on that?
I did have $1.
Okay, so you could either throw in Jake Lloyd, The Rock, Finn Wolfhard in prosthetics as an old man, or co-directed by George Lucas.
Could I have George Lucas as a producer instead of a director?
Sure.
So my choices are between this. What do you think's a better option to make my money back? George Lucas is my producer for $1, or one of the other parents that comes to the factory is The Rock. What's the better spend for that $1?
Which parent would he fit in as though?
I think it Violet's dad, who just gives her whatever he wants, give her whatever she
Yeah,
wants.
because your choices are Veruca Salt's dad or Violet's dad.
I'm sorry, yeah, it's Veruca Salt's dad. Who's just constantly like Veruca's just like, I want more, daddy, I want more, and he just keeps trying
Yes,
to
yes, yes.
try to spend. I love like a modern take of like he's an athlete and he's just like, I'll spend whatever I want for my baby girl kind of thing. What do you think is a better
And
spend on that?
I would argue probably The Rock at this point.
Yeah, for some box office returns, I'll go with The Rock is Veruca Salt's dad, Mr. Salt. And then finally, Dylan had to spend. We gave him too much money apparently, but he also spent wisely. He was given $32 for a 9 category film, and he has to make the traditional hero's journey. For $2, he has his hero as John Boyega. For $3, the mentor character is James Earl Jones. He has an ally. His main ally is Sean Astin, which great spending there. His herald, which is the changing of the world, what brings the world to change, is Max von Sydow. His trickster character is played by Tom Hiddleston. And his original pick for shapeshifter is Sean Bean. We tempted him with the forbidden fruit. And his guardian character who challenges them to not go back or stay in the world is Zoe Saldana. And then his shadow or the villain is Ray Fiennes. And it is a low fantasy film. He had so much money left over, he added a second ally in John Rhys Davies and a second shapeshifter in Florence Pugh. Which good spending on your part, by the way.
Yeah, she'll be a love interest
I think that's a really
who
smart.
may or may not turn on him.
So the question of the whole movie is really going to be: is Sean Bean going to turn on him as a friend to an enemy, and is Florence Pugh going to turn on him as a love interest?
Yeah. I'm thinking Florence Pugh is going to be Ray Fiennes' daughter.
Ah, interesting.
Pretty
Trouble,
basic, but
troubled backstory. And the question
yeah.
is, which one do you think it ends up? Do you go the classic route that Sean Bean's got to be a villain, or does he finally get to be good? Because I know he's gonna die, but how is he? What kind of death is he gonna have? That's the question.
He's gonna die admirably.
Ooh, interesting. Interesting. Couple shapeshifter characters. But that has been the game show for this month. We did the budget movie maker, which is a heck of a lot of fun. I really enjoyed this. If you guys want to catch more, go check out Those Davies Boys on YouTube for this one, or you can go check out the Wisco Movie Watchers podcast on Spotify, which is our normal podcast, because this is kind of YouTube exclusive essentially, which is a heck of a lot of fun. And we did some more random movie builders as well, or random movie generators with Pokemon. And those are crossovers with the Really Snappy Gaming channel, which is where you can find our live recordings. You can join us live and be in the comments section like our amazing friends over in the chat right now that blew Dylan's mind about Pride and Prejudice. So if you bring more of those details, you'll get good reviews in the chat section. But
Most likely.
follow, like, comment, and subscribe wherever you can. Help us with the algorithm, please. Please. But that's going to do it here, folks, because we've been streaming for 4 hours live on Twitch. Thank you guys so much for listening and watching wherever you are. Take care. Peace, love, and hugs to you all.
Bye.
Goodbye.